Now then guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing well. We are back on the house renovation. I've not been here in a few weeks actually. I know the plasterers have been in, joiners, I think the electricians have been here as well. So I've got a few bits to do this morning. I've actually been called back because, well, not called back I suppose, but there's a leak coming through the ceiling. We'll have to have a look. It's coming, dripping into the old downstairs loo, so I've probably got a leak on one of my solder pipes. We'll have a look. We all get leaks, you know, we all are only human. We'll have a look what they've been doing. Obviously we've got some walls up, so it looks good up. That's like the boiler room bit, if you remember. Boiler and cylinder and everything fits in there. Still, I'm going to put my Surestop on the cold as well. I've got that to do. Obviously this is all having a deeper worktop across here. That's just temporary, that pipe. Obviously showers all been formed now. They're all being boxed. We've got a closed couple toilet and basin and stuff going in there. That all looks all right. So yeah, I've not been here in a while, been busy on other stuff. We'll have a look upstairs. It's just one of them jobs where I've not needed to be here because obviously they've still been doing other stuff. Obviously this is all formed out now. Got close couple, back to the wall toilets. We're actually going to put the units in front. I don't know if you can see, it's quite dark in here. That's the lights, the light probably doesn't work. But yeah, that's all formed. Obviously we've got basin, bath and shower, and then the same this side as well. So you can get to all these systems and everything. You can get to all them systems, no problem. That all should be fine. I think that's probably where the leak's been, look. That's why they've taken this floor back up. My crappy soldering, look. Oh well, don't matter, that's an easy fix. If that's the worst we ever get, we'll be lucky. We'll have a look at that. So yeah, that's what's been happening. Built all that, look, nice and solid. And then these are all the bedrooms. All these walls have been jigged around, so if the radiators look a little bit bigger, that's because they've changed it. I don't think we've got a rad in there. We haven't got a rad in there. We've got two in this room and not one in there. So yeah, I only did it to the drawing. And then obviously they've gone and altered the walls and stuff, so I'll have to find out. Obviously we don't really need two in here. I don't know, they've changed the layout basically, but there's nothing I can do about that, you know. When you're here, I can just lift these floors up. If they want a radiator on here or whatever, we can sort that. So yeah, that's pretty much the crack with this job. What else we got in here? That's all being boxed, and then we just got shower. We can actually get our shower in that in. Oh, our pipes fell in the wall, which is lovely. It's what we wanted to see. And then we can bring all these out as well. I've only put ISO valves on just to blank them off so I can get all the heating tested. They're not staying on, and then we'll just bring them out for the tower rail. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. I don't know why that bit of floor's up. I maybe didn't put that bit down. So that's what's been going on. I've got a fair bit to crack on with again now, really. First off, I'm going to get the Surestop done. Get that leak sorted, get everything pressurised back up, and then we can have a look at getting it done. But yeah, I've not been back here in a while. I've just been on other jobs, sort of floors up and stuff. And it's sometimes you need a break from a job, especially when they change the minds. Everything looks all right in there. Yeah, especially when stuff changes. Sometimes you need a bit of a break. All sorts of stuff going on. But yeah, we'll get some tools in, crack on. I've actually got a problem with the van. The radio is not turning off, which is slightly concerning. It's like a brand new, well, not brand new, it's here. Is it a year old now? Yeah, it's a year old. Yeah, I just have to keep my eye on it, because obviously if the radio stays on all day, it might flatten the battery. But yeah, that's what's been going on with this job. We'll get a few tools in and we'll crack on. So if you've not seen these before, these are just a Surestop. These are a remote way of turning the water off. So you've got two hoses and a switch. So they just like plug and play. So the hoses go into the switch, you can turn the water on and off. There's no power or anything like that. Obviously, you cut that into your water line with your flow, and then you can either use that switch there, or this one's got the hoses that go in there, and then you can mount that switch anywhere you want, obviously to the length of the hoses. So I'll probably mount the, well, obviously this is going to go, I'll probably move that lever valve, because I like to have a lever valve before the Surestop. And then we'll go lever valve, Surestop, double check valve, and then we'll just mount the switch up here. It's just on the specification that they want a Surestop, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we'll get the water off outside, move that lever valve across, and then I think we should just be able to get that in there. So just knock the water off outside. When I cut the pipe there will be a drop, to be fair. I am going to put a drain off tap at the bottom. You see where that speed fit elbow is there? That's just temporary. It will have a drain off tap going through there. I shouldn't actually get a lot because I've got a valve there that feeds the upstairs, and I've got a full bore isolator down there that feeds the downstairs. So the only water I'll have is what's in that little section of pipe. So I've got my towel ready. All I'm going to do is disconnect that, move that across, and then get the Surestop in there. So I have got the water off outside. I know that's on, but it is off on the road. Stop tap. So it should be safe to disconnect all of this. And we can move this across a little bit. Hopefully we can get a little bit of movement. I've got my towel there ready to go. To be fair, I could have done it when I was obviously putting all this in, but I just didn't have a 22 Surestop. I had to order it in, so it's not the end of the world. It'll only take a couple of minutes. It'll take a couple of minutes to do. That pit's too that touch. Got a towel down. Really good. It's not like there's carpets or anything down in here yet, so I know you have to be careful. But it's not, as I say, if there was cream carpets down everywhere, obviously I'd be a lot more careful. But in here it's not going to hurt anything. You'll probably say, what's the point of putting a Surestop in and a lever valve? It's just what's on the specification. So we just do as we're told. Makes for an easier life. Makes for an easier life. If the customer's paying for it, that's what we do. See, it just makes for an easy life. So double check valve, I always put them on. I think in my area the water board say anything classed as like commercial. I know this is it's not really commercial, it's light commercial I guess, but we'll put one on. Hopefully I've not just cut that short. I've got a horrible feeling I have. Don't think I'll get the I don't think I've left enough pipe to get the push fit on there. I haven't. What a plonker. That's with, I can't blame the filming for that. That's just a stupid mistake. Oh, we'll edit that bit out. You'll never see that. You'll never see that. That never happened. Don't even know if that's long enough. I think we'll just about get away with it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So we need to get the arrow going the right way on the Surestop. I might actually put it like that, I think. It will spin on the speed fit connection anyway. All the grips are around something. So that will spin on the speed fit. We have got a little bit of pipe in between the speed fit and the thing, so that'll not be a problem when we've got the arrow going the right way. So now all we need to do is put our lever valve back on. So we'll probably trying to do it without getting any pipe out of the van. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, am I? We've got your pipe in here. I'll go and get a little bit of pipe. a little bit of pipe. You often do struggle when working on like mains water to get a little bit of movement on your pipe. It's only because this is, I would say put in well, but I've obviously got a leak upstairs, so it's not putting that well. That'll be alright. That'll be alright. It's been putting okay. Makes it nice and easy to work on. Good guess that, wasn't it? That'll be fine. So they just plug in on the Surestop. They're just pre-cut ends. So they're just on push fit. I don't know if you've seen them like fridge, like what do you call them? Like fridge drinking machine type connections. They're just push fit. Can't really get a very good shot. Anyway, they just push in there, and then it's the same at the top. But you just have to be careful when you're. I'm probably not going to shorten this for the time being. I'm probably just going to mount the switch on it because I don't exactly know where they want it. I don't know if it will reach to outside anyway. But you just have to route the cables inside the switch so that they don't. Oh yeah, there's a little diagram anyway. So you just have to like go that way. You just have to route them around, and then yes, and they just push straight in. So I'm probably not going to shorten it. I'll probably just mount the switch. Well, I might not even mount the switch yet because I don't know where they want it. But if it goes up there, then it can just turn the water on and off from the switch. There's no electric, as I said, there's no electric supply to this. It just works purely on water pressure. So off, like a light switch, off and on. That's how they work. So I've actually just going to mount the switch up here because it's not going to reach around anyway. I've shortened that down to 90mm. You need to make sure there's at least 90mm. It shows you on here. So I just use it as a template. So that goes into the switch, and I might actually shorten it down a little bit more, just so I can get the switch somewhere there. And it's just a case of screwing that on the wall, and then they just push, same again, into them push fit things, but just route the cables around the back of them bits. It's not fiddly. It's just that's how it needs to be done to work properly. So you can't really get them wrong. So I'll get that bit done, get the switch mounted, and then that will all be working then. I've just clipped the cables in as well, as neat as I can. That one's twisted around a little bit, I'll sort that. So I don't know if you can see very clearly on the camera, but you need to get them pipes around the back of them lugs, and then they just push in like that. That's all they do. Just push, and then around the back of the lug. I don't know if you can see. It's not once you've done one, and that just pushes on, and that's complete. It's that easy. So I've just clipped that cable in as neat as I can, mounted the switch there, and that's perfect. So if we switch that on now, the water should be off. We'll get a bucket just in case that water will be off, which it is. And then switch the switch on. I don't know if that's on or off at the bottom on the remote switch. What have I done wrong here? This is oh, there we go. You have to turn that on. So that's off. Sorry, that's my fault. That's off. And then switch it on there. That's on. Like that. It's that easy. So yeah, that's all installed. Off and on. Perfect. Well, I'll see what I've messed up here now. It's that one that's leaking, look. You can hear it. Yeah, we'll just cut that out. We've got room, so I can either cut it there, and then we'll just sweat that off, I think. And then I might even get away with reusing the bend. It's probably just the, I don't know if it's the T or my soldering. It feels like it's got a good snot. I know you shouldn't really say a good snot, but it's got a good snot underneath, so I'll be surprised. Well, it's clearly something I've done, but I don't know where the fittings got. One or two of the fittings on this job, I didn't get them from a normal supplier, and they just seemed loose, so I didn't use some of them. But I'm not making excuses. We all get leaks, but at least it's not done any damage, and it's a good job they spotted it. It was just dripping through the ceiling downstairs. That's why I like to get everything filled up and tested. You know, leave all the water on for weeks, because then if you do get a little problem like that, you know, none of the flooring's down, none of the ceilings are done, none of it's decorated, we can get it sorted. So I'll get this one sorted and we'll have a look if it was my fault. So I've switched the water off on my new Surestop valve, nice and easy, isn't it? And just open the temperature pressure relief on the cylinder, because I've got no hot taps downstairs. So that'll suck in. That'll suck in. Yes, the temperature pressure relief's open on the cylinder. And I'm going to get this cut off and we'll get that unsweated. Try not to melt my waste pipes. This was super awkward. If you look back on my old videos, I still need to put some hair felt on that actually. I missed that one. But yeah, this was super awkward getting all these waste pipes in. But we managed it, as we always do. So I'll just let that drain a second and we'll get this cut out. I'll go get the fittings I need out of the van. A socket. 15 socket, 22 socket. I don't think we'll need any pipe. I'll just get my gas lamp and we'll get this unsweated and have a look. Let's see if we can get your angle. Let's just cut it off. Cut it off there for a minute. Put it off there and I'll just got to unsweat it. Oopsie daisy. So it's not the end of the world because the ceilings aren't plastered or anything, but we don't want to make a mess. I don't want to make a mess if I can help it. Get that unsweated off there. It's been a tough few weeks for me really. Not this leak, just in general. It's just been really hard work. And sometimes this can be the best job in the world and the worst job in the world. I had a really tough day yesterday. That's why I've come out here just out of the way, because sometimes you just need to be on your own. It was one of them jobs that I knew it wasn't going to work, but obviously I just do as I'm told sometimes. What do they call it? I don't know. It's just one of them jobs. Whatever you do, it was never gonna be right, and I just wasn't happy with it. In the end, well, I maybe lost my temper a little bit, but not with the job. Sometimes you just drive away from the job, and you just sit there thinking, you know, what the hell am I doing? Sometimes it's nothing went seriously wrong. Nothing got flooded or nobody got hurt. It's just one of them really frustrating jobs. I'll probably share it on the channel at some point. I haven't looked back at the footage yet, but it was just, I can't even get it off there. It was just a really annoying one. But I'm sure we all get days like that where we're just not feeling it. Feeling it, because this can be a tough job sometimes. I'm sure every tradesperson or whatever you're doing, you get days like that, but I don't know, it's how you deal with it. I didn't deal with it very well. So that's on me, that one. It's because there's a bit of water in that pipe. Yeah, I'll probably share the job at some point. I'll let you know. I'll let you see what you guys think. But it was just one of them jobs where it's never ever going to be right. And it just, honestly, it just got to me. So I've come out here out of the way today, be on my own for a bit, and then tomorrow's a brand new day. Right, we'll get this one unsoldered. A bit of water. I hate water. Shouldn't have been a plumber, should I? Hate water. Right, I'll blow down that pipe. Shouldn't have been a plumber if you hate water. That's why it wasn't solid. There's a bit of water sat in there. As I say, I'm always trying to be like 100% honest on the channel, and some days it's just, yeah, it's not the best job some days. Come on. You'll see when it starts to like goes like spitty. I don't know. It's all will go. I'll probably renew this bent now anyway. I've had my grips on it, but I really want that. I really want it off. It's not having it. It's not having it. Should be like that. Oh, well. Hadn't flowed properly, had it? I don't know. Plenty of solder on it, whether it wasn't quite clean or not sure. But yeah, it's just, well, it's my fault. Everything's always my fault. All I do is renew that, put a new T, new reducer, and then we'll just replace that bend. Or to be fair, I could sweat it off now and just reuse that. It's not too bad, is it? Might do that. Don't know, I'll think about it. I'll get it sorted. That's why it was leaking, look. Just a little bit. Don't know whether I didn't clean it or whether the gap was too big on the fitting or... But yeah, it's definitely leaking. Hopefully, we've got no more like that. Rare that, to be fair. That is rare. It's normally when, I don't know, something wrong with it. We'll get all this cleaned up and then I'll just renew that section. Right, that's got that all fixed. I still need to wipe the flux off it, but I'm just going to let it completely cool. Thing with plumbing is everybody gets leaks. I don't know, it doesn't matter how many years you've been doing the job, how many times you've soldered a joint or pressed a joint or whatever. Sometimes leaks just happen. The most important thing is never leave a leak. If it's leaking, fix it, because it's only going to come back and bite you on the bum. The amount of times when you're like an apprentice or you're rushing around or something, you just give it a tweak, or I'll just try and re-sweat it back up. Now, just cut it out, or take the joint apart and redo it properly. It doesn't matter if it takes you an hour while you're there. I could have just tried to re-sweat that joint back up. Would I have been happy with it? Not really. Better off to cut it out, redo it, and then you've done the best you can. I know my solder is not the best. I put a little bit too much on, but at least we know that should be sound. It's going to be, it's going to last a long time. You don't want to get that phone call, Saturday night. Oh, there's water coming through the ceiling. Oh God! And then you've got to come out and rip all the flooring up or the ceiling down. Just sort it out. If it's leaking when you're there, fix it. Never ever leave a leak. Right, no more leaks on there, which is brilliant. What I wanted. What we've got on here, we've got a towel rail going back to back on this. It is being plasterboarded yet. They've just put the sterling board on there, so they don't kick through the walls. So I've got pipes there, so I'm not leaving them ISO valves on. I've just put them on there just so I could get all the heating filled up. So what I'll do is come up. I normally put my towel rails about 300 off the floor, I think. Whatever looks right anyway. So the 600 towel rails, so they want to be 550 apart the pipes. I don't know, I'll probably put them in at 550 knowing me. So all I can do is just go, what do we do on that? Do we do them at 550? Yeah, they would have been 550. So just go up to about 300, then put a T and then straight through all the wall, and that's that setup then on these towel rails. So both back to back, and then we'll have good fixings when we come to do the towel rails. And then the same in, where are we? Same in this room. So pipes are just installed. Again, we'll just cut that one off, put an elbow on it, or put an elbow on that through the wall, and then just a shower valve. They are, see, we've got Myra shower valves. Some of the Myra shower valves come at 155 centres. So I just need to make sure the one downstairs I've done is going to be all right. I can move it across a little bit. And likewise, these ones in here. That's the only thing with the Myra. They're not XLs. I don't know what they are. But I just need to make sure they're 150 centres, because some of the Myras are 155, which at 5mm will probably be able to gain it anyway. But yeah, we'll have a look at them. I'll just get this bit done quickly, and then we'll have a wrap up. Well, I've just soldered myself a couple of stubs up, and they're going to go through the wall on the other side. I've checked to make sure they're 550 apart and level. So it should just be a case of cutting. So So the light is absolutely terrible. It should just be a case of cutting them off. Obviously do away with them service valves, and they're set up then they can insulate the wall or fiberglass the wall, board it this side and then plasterboard it. Obviously we'll get them all tested and stuff, but they shouldn't, I say they shouldn't leak. I've already had one leak today. They shouldn't leak. I don't know how much the camera will actually pick up because the light is terrible, but we'll see what we can do. We'll just guess that at that. Probably a bit long. As long as it's not short. Oh, it's not bad, you know. It's not bad. Left my flux on the other side. And the flux brush is in the van, so I'm just using the solder. Don't flux the inside though. How you fit in, just a little bit on the outside of the pipe. Anyway, beautiful. So make sure that comes out square so you can't see a thing, and we'll just get that soldered up. The gas lamp will light. So at least they can get all the walls boarded then. I'm not holding anybody up. And I say, never leave service valves on heating because that'll just leak, obviously. You won't put a service valve in the wall anyway, but I've seen it done. Mind you, my soldering's anything to go by, my soldering will leak as well. Yeah, I've caught the wall a little bit. I'm not bothered. You're never going to see it. So yeah, let that cool off, do the same on the other one, and then they're set up then. I've just got the showers and stuff to do, but it's all pretty much the same. There you go. Didn't burn the wall on that one either, and getting better. That's got that little job all sorted anyway. So back to back, 2 towel rails. They're just, as I say, they're 600 by 1200 chrome, so the top of them will be about there, so you can just hook your towels on. That'd be perfect. Perfect. So same on this side, just back to back. So as you get out of your bath, you'll be able to hang your towel on there. So you actually get loads more done when you're here on your own as well. I don't know if you guys find that when you're on site, when you've got other people who just act as a distraction, you end up talking, I don't know, getting in each other's way. Whereas when you're on your own, you can just whip around and do all these little jobs. So I've got this one to do here. You can see how thin are these pipes. So I just whip them through with elbows. And then just a shower to set up. I'm probably not going to put the tray in. I might set all the waste up. You can't really see a lot in here anyway, it's too dark. I might set all the waste up, but we've still got plasterboard to go on here. So I really want it all plastered out before we get a tray in. And that soil pipe there is going to need boxing in, I'd imagine, I guess. Anyway, our toilet's over there, basin, and then I think it's a 800 by metre shower. The tray's in there anyway. I'll double check before I set the pipes up. So we've just got hot and colds there. So yeah, I've got a few little bits to crack on with. It's just all the same sort of stuff though today. And these are the bits, obviously we've still got a bath to do in there and when it's all plastered and stuff out, but these are the bits that aren't so glamorous. It's like fitting the toilets that I like, you know, and you sort of see everything come together. These are the days that are a bit of a drag sometimes in plumbing. Not a drag, that's the wrong word. Just not as rewarding as when you come to fit like boilers and cylinders and bath, you know, all the second fixing stuff is good fun. But yeah, we'll get these bits done and then we'll have a wrap up of the video. So towel rail pipes through in here, set up, same as the others. What we've got going in here is an 8x8 tray. So against this wall, our pipes are on the other side. Well, you can see them there where I drilled, well, I didn't quite get the pipes in the right place for the wall, but then I moved them back if you watch the first fix. So yeah, so I'll measure, obviously we've got tiles going on here, but I'll probably do that like 405 to the middle. It's just a bar shower. Got to be a little bit careful. I think it should be away from the slant. The other thing we've got to watch here is, I don't think that screen's going to go in there, is it? From the slant. I don't think anybody's looked at that. You're never going to get a screen in there. Not one off the shelf. For the slant, innit? I'll have to have a word with him about that. You know what I mean? Because the screen, that profile is going to be taller than they are. That's never going to go. I'll have a word with them about that, find out what they want to do. Another problem I've not looked at. Right, I've just come to, I was going to set my pipes up on this shower wall, but I've just realised something critical that I never spotted when I was setting them up first time. Obviously we've got the canopy on the ceiling. On the drawing it just shows the tray in that corner, but you're never going to get the screen in there. So what I've just spoken to the builder, and what he says is we'll have to form a little bit of a nib. But obviously I'll let them do that, and then I can get my tray and my pipe set up, because I want my bar shower to come, you know, dead in the middle. I've got them set up, and I've just spoken to him, and what we've got to do is we're leaving them 2 radiators in here. It's a bit overkill, and they want 1 radiator in here. There is a window going in there as well, apparently. This is just a staff sleep room, so imagine bed will go along there, window, that's going to be TV point. So we either want radiator here or radiator under the window. I'll have a look, see which way the joists run. But yeah, surprising how much a job can change, even though everything's been like drawn up. We just do is, you know, you only work to the drawings. I've said that a few times on this job, but that's all you can ever do. But I'll probably round up the video there, just because I'm going to get this floor up now, get them pipes across. It's not mega interesting. What I might do is, well, the job I was on about earlier while I was fixing my leak, the absolute, not a disaster that I had. It was a job that really got to me. I might show that in the next video. I haven't actually edited the footage yet. It was a bit too raw in my head yesterday to edit all the footage. But yeah, if it's any good, or if there's good enough content in there, I'll show it. Yeah, but it's a job that really got to me. Not on the job, but I don't know if you've ever had it where you drive about 2 miles down the road, park in a lay-by, and you just feel like giving up some days. Honestly, it was an impossible job. It was never going to get sorted, and you just get sent to them anyway. So yeah, I might show that. Let me know what you think. But yeah, thank you for watching this one. Hopefully it's been a little bit insightful. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching.